So good evening and welcome to Sugden Road. This is the Phase 3 game between Oxted and Surbiton. Just pushed back earlier in the day. Surbiton women lost 4-3 to Loughborough Students, so that makes their pool very exciting going into the last round of matches. Intercepted there by Charlie Axford. Pressing from Jake Payton, but he finds a foot. Tom Finnegan on the ball for Oxted. Good lead down that right-hand side. Driving into the circle. Surbiton coming away with the ball. One back by Oxted. So early in this game, just looking to find some rhythm, find a pattern. Connor Williamson. Ball out on this side. So those of you keeping up to date with scores earlier in the day, I think Wimbledon beat East Grinstead 5-2. I also think in the Premier Division in the relegation playoffs, Bowden won 3-1 at Southgate. So to keep their hopes alive. Ball fired across the circle by Oxted. Couldn't apply that final touch. Oxted seeing a lot of ball and building some early pressure. So Dave Munger on the far side of the umpire finally gives that decision. The long aerial from Connor Williamson finds Jake Smith. Ball goes harmlessly through off the back line. So just a reminder of the position here in Pool B. Last week, Surbiton beat Beeston 3-0. And Oxted drew 2-2 with Holcombe and then won the shootout, the sudden death shootout, 3-2. So it's currently Surbiton on 3 points. Oxted on 2, Holcombe on 1, and Beeston on 0 going into this second round of matches. Ollie Bennett taking the free hit for Oxted, throws an aerial. Gareth Furlong strong on the ball in that corner. Taylor out to Tim Nurse. Oxted looking to press high, try and turn that ball over. Oxted certainly have started the game aggressively, looking to press Surbiton, turn the ball over. A few mistakes. Stuart Rushmere driving into the circle. Clean take there by Tom Finnegan. And good distribution forward. Free hit to Oxted. They get the ball rolling early. Charlie Axford driving forward. Looking for the back line, looking for a foot. Oxted still got the ball in the circle. Rob Farrington just winning the free hit and then making his way forward. Quite a robust challenge there on Tim Nurse by Michael Royden-Turner. Royden-Turner, who scored 2 of the shootout goals last week. James Gall on the ball, looking to win the free hit. He does. Good strong tackle there by Connor Williamson, trying to set Struan Walker free with the aerial, just couldn't quite bring it down, but he had the space in the D. Struan Walker currently Surbiton's top scorer with 20 goals. Turnover there by Johnny Gall, but one back by Oxted, looking to build it down the right hand side. Certainly looked like a Surbiton foot there. Jake Smith couldn't bring the ball down cleanly. Good play down the left-hand side by Oxted. Charlie Axford wins the foot. Quickly appeals and then moves off into the circle. Owen Williamson on the ball. Tom Finnegan. Loose pass there, but recovered. Tom Finnegan retaining the ball back to Owen Williamson. So Max Anderson in there quickly. Surbiton looking to move the ball forward quickly. Not quite connecting there. And that's the first introduction for number 19 for Surbiton, David Goodfield. So he'd been injured since the Olympics last year, so he's not played a Premier League game all season. He's looking to get a few minutes before the team head out to the Euro Hockey League next week. But it's a reward for all the hard work and rehab after a number of back operations. Great to see the Surbiton captain back on the pitch. So Nick Nurse on the ball on this right hand side. Couldn't quite connect with Max Anderson. Barry Middleton finding Jake Payton, but couldn't get his shot away. Oxted carry the ball forward, have still got the ball. Good advantage there by the umpire. Drives into the 23, but that tackle was clean. Middleton trying to get his head up, make a connection with one of the forwards. Luke Taylor to Connor Williamson, forward to Barry Middleton. Great skill there from Connor Williamson, driving forward out of a tight space, finds Struan Walker to the top of the circle. Again, I think Surbiton were looking for the penalty corner, but Bex Edwards allowed them to play on. Long corner. Jake Payton driving along that baseline. Free hit given to the Oxted defence. Tom Finnegan gets the ball going forward. Michael Royden-Turner. Looking to connect with Pete Jarvis in the circle, but couldn't quite find him. Good step there by Tom Finnegan to get in front of Struan Walker to win the ball. Ball's gone over the baseline. So 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Still Surbiton 0, Oxted 0. Owen Williamson bringing the ball forward for Oxted. Oxted quickly back behind the ball into their defensive shape. Barry Middleton looking for an opportunity to play it forward to James Gall there. Surbiton showing patience. Aerial from Connor Williamson, expertly brought down by Tim Nurse. Great save by Max Christopher in the Oxted goal. Good passage of play. Tom Finnegan back to Owen Williamson. Again, Oxted being patient as well on the ball. Turnover, James Gall carrying the ball forward. Into the final third now. Rob Farrington looking for an opportunity to shoot. Everybody congratulating Rob Farrington. It looked like it was, first of all, saved by the goalie, but then may well have gone in off one of his own defenders. But the last touch in the circle by a Surbiton player. Looks like the goal's being given to Rob Farrington, Surbiton's number 4. So as we enter the last 2 minutes before the end of this first quarter, Surbiton take the lead 1-0. Tom Finnegan's aerial for Oxted goes over that baseline. Again, Surbiton looking to go forward quickly. Stuart Rushmere carrying. Umpires decided there was nothing there. Interception from Barry Middleton takes the ball over the baseline, so it's an Oxted long corner. Picked by Connor Williamson. Luke Taylor looking for the long aerial, which was on. And we end that first quarter. Surbiton leading by a goal to 0. The goal scored, I think, of deflection off the keeper, maybe off one of the defenders. But the last Surbiton touch in the D looks like it came from Surbiton's number 4, Rob Farrington. So both sides taking a couple of minutes to reorganise, have a chat about what's went well, what they might want to change. Certainly looks as though Oxted started that game pressing the Surbiton defence quite high. Had some success turning the ball over. And certainly in the first 5 or 6 minutes created some opportunities. But then Surbiton taking that lead, maybe rather fortuitously. Still no penalty corners so far in the game. But both sides looking to play positively. So the other games in Pool A today, Old Georgians playing Hampstead and Westminster. I think that was a 3:30 pushback, so we'll look to try and get a score from that game. And as I mentioned earlier, Wimbledon played East Grinstead, and that was a 5-2 victory for Wimbledon. So that'll put Wimbledon up to 6 points and probably confirms their place in finals day. The other game in Pool B is Holcombe against Beeston, which was a 5 o'clock start down in Kent. As the teams return to the pitch, ready for this second quarter. It's been a lovely day here in Surrey, although it's gone a little bit duller this evening. The lights are on, still nice and warm. So Oxted's number 13, Josh Nurse, with the pushback. Ollie Bennett throws it forward. It's a long corner to Oxted, off the stick of Nick Nurse. Free hit just on the dot markers. Chris Porter looking to cross the ball, but penalised for lifting the ball. It looks as though it hit a Surbiton foot. Johnny Gall forward to Max Anderson. Isaac Dale playing high up for Oxted, looking to try and split the pitch. Surbiton have carrying the ball forward. Jake Payton running strongly. Johnny Gall trying to play the ball forward to Struan Walker, but just wasn't able to check back inside. Ball over the back line off the stick of Gareth Furlong. Aerial into the circle, allowed the Surbiton defender to play it. He played it over the back line. And there we have our first penalty corner of the day, awarded to Oxted by umpire Dave Munger. James Mazzarello and his PCD team get ready to defend this. Oxted threats probably number 16 Owen Williamson and also number 25 Ollie Bennett. So an opportunity for Oxted to get themselves back into the game. Number 17, Tom Fingan coming over to inject. So break early by Jake Payton, Surbiton number 11. So now they'll need to defend with just 3 defenders and the goalie. James Mazzarello talking to his defenders, looking to make the adjustment. They'll need to let Payton make the long jog to the halfway line. So behind the back from Owen Wilson, put in by number 25, Ollie Bennett. And there's the equaliser for Oxted. Good routine, particularly worked out when there was one defender less. And we're back to 1-1. Aerial from Luke Taylor. James Gall looking to make an immediate response, winning a penalty corner. Bex Edwards, the umpire, in a good position to give that. So immediate opportunity for the Surbiton penalty corner routine. Trying to re-establish the lead. So it'll be Rob Farrington on the injection. And then the two main penalty corner flickers, number 3, Luke Taylor. Number 28, Gareth Furlong. With the two Gall brothers as the stoppers. Luke Taylor with the flick. Good number 1 running there from Oxted, number 17, Tom Finnegan. Getting out to the top of the circle. Just deflecting the ball. But another penalty corner awarded. Saved by Max Christopher, the goalie. It'll be a Surbiton free hit. It's outside the 23, so Luke Taylor can put the ball into the circle. We've probably got the right outcome there. It looked a little bit high going into the circle. It's given us a 16. So under 10 minutes to go in this second quarter. Owen Williamson and Joss Wood playing the ball between them at the back. And Williamson looking to throw the ball forward. Couldn't quite connect with Adam Miller on that occasion. David Goodfield on the ball. So that's the first green card. Quickly given by Dave Munger. Shot across the circle there by Rob Farrington. Just nobody from Surbiton able to get that final touch just to put it goalwards. Quick aerial to the player in space. It's good play. Owen Williamson carrying the ball forward, managing to find the foot, get the free hit, allows his team to reset. Ball just inside their own half. Joss Wood pushing forward there, trying to find some space. Charlie Axford, some good skill. Plays the ball into the circle, but there's no Oxted player there. So James Mazzarello just lets it go over his goal line harmlessly. David Goodfield coming a little bit deeper, looking for the ball. First time ball from James Gore, finds the player on the baseline. Trying to connect with Jake Smith in the circle, number 16. Middleton to Goodfield. Taylor and Williamson now at the back for Surbiton. Again, first time ball from James Gore. Finds Goodfield, but again, his first time ball doesn't connect. Tim Nurse carrying the ball forward strongly down the right hand side. Another good pass there by James Gore. It's 2 or 3 times he's connected. Just nobody there to put the ball in, but Surbiton creating chances. Great composure there by Chris Porter, 14 for Oxted. Porter carries forward again, finds Charlie Axford. Dave Munger caught in 2 minds there, whether it was a long corner or a 16, but Bex Edwards helps him out. So now we've got Nick Nurse on one side, Tim Nurse on the other. Max Anderson looking to pick the ball up and turn. Ball out wide with Tim Nurse. Again, Oxted keeping a good shape. Nick Nurse on the far side. Again, it comes back round. Luke Taylor, Connor Williamson. Oxted forwards having to cover a lot of ground. And then the loose pass across the field. We're into the last 2 minutes of this first half. Surbiton 1, Oxted 1. Ollie Bennett carrying the ball forward strongly. Turned over by Johnny Gall. Jake Smith picks up the aerial. Looks to connect with Rob Farrington. Penalty corner there. Off the foot of Tom Finnegan. So we're into the last 2 minutes. Probably a final opportunity for Surbiton to retake the lead in this first half. Luke Taylor's been over to the far side. Comes back with some instructions. So this time Jake Smith going over to inject. And this is going to be the last play, so Surbiton can bring up the extra players. Usually with the umpires, if we're into the last 40 seconds of the half, they'll blow for the time. So Surbiton looking to keep the ball in the circle. Look for this equaliser. Gareth Furlong. Goes harmlessly wide. That's the end of the half. So the game, there's certainly been chances at both ends. Surbiton on a number of occasions made good connections, got the ball across the circle, but nobody in front of the goal to apply that final touch. Quite a lot of turnovers. Oxted have played well, kept their shape, played well on the break, and also looked to press. And we Surbiton 1, Oxted 1. So welcome back for the second half. Surbiton 1, Oxted 1. Again, Luke Taylor on the ball. Gareth Furlong forward to James Gall. Recycled back around the Surbiton defence. Over on the far side, Tim Nurse. Looking to carry, but on that time gave away the free hit. Oxford ball. Struan Walker putting Owen Williamson under pressure. Jake Payton looking to drive forward quickly. The penalty corner given away. Foul by Owen Williamson on Jake Payton as he drove through into the 23. So just the team penalty awarded there, no personal penalty. Surbiton penalty corner opportunity very early in this third quarter. Max Anderson coming over to inject. Gareth Furlong on the first castle. Luke Taylor, number 3, on the second castle. Oxford defence organised themselves. Max Christopher in goal. Shot deflected off a Oxted stick. Sorry, off an Oxted foot. Wins the penalty corner. Ball went wide of the goal. Gives Surbiton another opportunity to try to retake the lead. Another good save from Max Christopher, keeps his eye on the ball, stands up tall, gets his glove on it, knocks it out for a sideline ball. Struan Walker takes it. Won there by Charlie Axford, carries the ball forward, wins the free hit off the Surbiton foot. Tom Finnegan coming forward to take the free hit. Turnover there by Connor Williamson. Slip. Gives the ball back to Oxted. Went for the backhand, but back sticks. James Gall goes forward quickly, moved on by Max Anderson. One back. Tim Nurse there just cutting inside, changing the angle, knocking the ball reverse into the circle, but just unable to connect with one of his forwards. Good idea. Good play to get himself out of trouble there by Oxford's number 45, Nick Page. Oxford win it back in that corner. Look to get the ball across the circle early. Win a penalty corner. On the ball high, got the ball into the circle quickly. Got the deflection onto a foot, won the penalty corner. Just coming up towards 11 minutes to go in this third quarter. First 6.5 minutes gone pretty quickly. Oxford now with the opportunity for a penalty corner routine of their own. Owen Williamson with the short corner. That's the second penalty corner success of the evening. Oxford lead 2-1. So with that spark Surbiton into life. Tim Nurse driving down that right hand side. Yeah, no separation there in the middle of the field. Guy Morgan and Tim Nurse. Nick Nurse down in this corner, plays it along the baseline, but it's out of play over the back line. 16-yard hit. Tom Finnegan takes it early, looks to throw the ball. Strange decision there. There was plenty of separation between the two players. Gareth Furlong taking the ball cleanly. Great pick up there by Jake Payton. That's the second time breaking down play in the 23. Barry Middleton looking to take the ball quickly. Gets the ball across, deflected over the bar by Tom Finnegan. Results in a long corner to Surbiton. All the Oxford players in that last third of the pitch. Nick Nurse James Gall quickly across the circle. There was the opportunity and the equaliser from player coach Barry Middleton. That's the third or fourth time that James Gall's played early balls or first time balls to connect with players in the circle. That one comes to fruition. They were all square. Surbiton 2, Oxted 2. 6.5 minutes to play. Owen Williamson still talking to Dave Munger. Restart. Johnny Gall finds brother James Gall. Another early ball across the circle there by James Gall. No one able to pick it up. Great skill there, great hands by Nick Nurse. Just couldn't quite then connect with his forward. Calmly played by Tom Finnegan, forward by Oxted. Good deflection there, comes off the keeper. Good opportunity, long corner to Oxted. Saved by James Mazzarello. Surbiton will be searching for a win tonight that would guarantee their place in finals weekend. Oxted, who experienced a shootout victory last week at Holcombe, having drawn that game. Gareth Furlong taking a tumble over the top of Ollie Bennett there. Long corner, David Goodfield on the ball, back to Connor Williamson, Johnny Gall opportunity there for Nick Nurse from a tight angle. Free hit quickly taken. Ball didn't go into the circle until it had travelled the initial 5. Furlong to Nick Nurse. Again, looking to retain possession, move the ball around, move the Oxted players, looking for an opportunity to play the ball forward. Connor Williamson on the ball. Good ball in, good first time deflection from Jake Payton, but picked up by Oxted. Josh Nurse's pass intercepted by Max Anderson. Struan Walker off the bar. A great finish there by Nick Nurse. Some wonderful skill there. First shot by Struan Walker off the bar, but expertly picked up by Nick Nurse and reverse into the circle, into the goal. Surbiton restore their 3-2 lead into the last 2 minutes of this quarter. Ball thrown forward early by Ollie Bennett. Nick Nurse, the goal scorer, picks that up. Surbiton look to break again. Jake Payton with the early ball to Struan Walker. Superb play, superbly picked up by Struan Walker, got his shot away. A save from the Oxted keeper and the defence. Game's opening up now. Again, Surbiton pressing, pushing forward. Oxted not giving them time to settle on the ball. There we end the third quarter. So the Surbiton goal in that quarter from Nick Nurse. Surbiton lead 3-2. Just 1 quarter remaining. So after this week, the Surbiton team will be off to the EHL finals, which this year are being hosted in Den Bosch. And they'll play their game, their round of 8 game, KO8 game, will be against the Dutch, one of the Dutch super clubs, Kampong. So that'll be a hard game. And the day before that, the Surbiton women will be playing against Slavia Prague. That'll be a KO12 game next week. So there's a break in Premier League action to take account for the European games, and then we'll come back for the final Premier League Phase 3 games. Surbiton will be hosting Holcombe here at Sugden Road at 6 o'clock on the 26th of April. If you're local to that game, looking to have a community day down at the Surbiton Club, so it'll be free entry to watch both the women and men's games on that afternoon and evening. There'll be lots happening at the club, so if you are in anywhere near southwest London, Thames Ditton, Saturday the 26th of April, come down and watch the last game of the Premier League season, obviously before the finals weekend. Surbiton women will be playing Reading, Surbiton men will be playing Holcombe. Teams coming back out on the pitch. So the game seemed to open up, become a little bit more end-to-end in that quarter. Some of the structure from earlier in the match was had dissipated, probably due to the amount of running that people have been doing. Rob Farrington, number 4 for Sugden, looking to get the ball underway, get this final quarter underway. Barry Middleton out to Tim Nurse. James Gall forward. Max Anderson with a quick shot, just wide. Taylor to Connor Williamson. Again, Oxted looking to press a bit more, trying to turn the ball over high up the pitch, give themselves an opportunity to get the goal that would get them back into the game. Max Anderson on the far side. Well defended there by Ollie Bennett. Turnover by Surbiton, but they couldn't really secure the ball. Great hands by Charlie Axford there, good skill. And a great finish there. Great finish by number 17 for Surbiton's Stu Rushmere. Surbiton leading 4-2. 14 minutes to go in this final quarter. Great pick up there by Ollie Bennett, the first time ball across the circle. Again, nobody from Oxted there to apply the finishing touch. Surbiton built themselves a little bit of a cushion now, leading by 2 goals. Ball out of play. Surbiton will get the ball back. Rob Farrington, David Goodfield. Good to see David Goodfield getting a few minutes. Still on the pitch in this final quarter. Good skill there from Charlie Axford, but just couldn't get a clean shot away. Ball going wide. Aerial from Luke Taylor, intercepted by Oxted. So penalty corner there given for the challenge by James Gall. Bex Edwards just having a quick conversation with Johnny Gall there. So an opportunity for Oxted to pull a goal back. Already scored 2 penalty corners this evening. First routine off the top of the circle, behind the back from Owen Williamson to Ollie Bennett. And the second one, flick off the second castle by Owen Williamson. This time Ollie Bennett's wide of that right hand post. Surbiton goal survives. Defenders remove their PCD kit. Tim Nurse to get us back underway. Number 10, Jack Jameson in the corner for Oxted. Surbiton able to break. Jake Payton carrying the ball. I think the umpire's allowing him to play on. Payton showing his pace. Got himself into the GB centralised programme in the last year and been showing some really good form in the games recently out in India. Very athletic, very quick runner. The whistle from Dave Munger. My sense is he's probably going to go back and give the card from the breakdown of play earlier. So he allowed Jake Payton to carry on. Payton picked the ball up on halfway and was fouled, carried on. But number 14, Chris Porter, being given the card. So 7.5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Surbiton 4, Oxted 2. Connor Williamson walking the ball forward. Stewie Rushmere first time. I think some dismay there from the Surbiton players. Looked like a perfectly good reverse stick pass from James Gore, given as a back stick. Robust challenge there by Tom Finnegan on Jake Payton. Yeah, hit into the circle. Hit the Oxted player, Joss Wood, on the shin pad. Gives Surbiton the opportunity of another penalty corner. Gareth Furlong comes on with some instructions. And we're coming up to 5.5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. The Oxted defenders, particularly number 1 runner, I think it's probably going to be Tom Finnegan, number 17, just making sure they've got all the protective equipment on. So this time we've got Stuart Rushmere, number 17, on the second castle. Gareth Furlong on the first castle. Goes across to Rushmere, looking for the deflection. Surbiton win the ball back in the circle, managed to win another penalty corner. Tim Nurse on the injection. Gareth Furlong with the flick. Straight into the roof of the net. Surbiton score 5th. Surbiton lead 5-2. Just over 4 minutes to play. So Bex Edwards just having a quick word with Oxted number 20, Adam Miller. There'll be an Oxted free hit. The ball thrown into the circle, both players going towards it, but nobody getting a touch. Ball with Nick Nurse, back round to Connor Williamson. Quickly across to the far side to Tim Nurse. Nick Nurse has pushed high on this left-hand side if they can get the ball to him. Tom Finnegan putting pressure on David Goodfield. Ulster player unable to control it cleanly. Max Anderson. It was the foot in the circle, but the umpire played a good advantage. Surbiton unable to take it. Won back cleanly by David Goodfield. So as we get into the last 2 minutes of this fourth quarter, Surbiton have taken their chances in the second half. Nick Nurse driving towards the circle, into the circle. Number 45, Nick Page, winning the ball back. Staying on the attack now. Back to Owen Williamson. Maybe a last chance for Oxted to get a consolation goal. Ball won there by Max Anderson. Jake Smith. Free hit there to Surbiton. Just breaking down play. There we have it, the final whistle. Surbiton with a hard-fought 5-2 win. And that will take them up to 6 points. That'll secure their place in finals weekend with one game to go. That'll be on Saturday the 26th of April here at Sugden Road, 6 o'clock pushback. And that'll be against Holcombe. Earlier that day, Surbiton's women will play Reading. And I think Reading have had a big win earlier today, so that's going to be an important last game for the Surbiton women if they want to qualify for finals weekend. So thank you for joining us. No games next Saturday. Tune in to the EHL Euro Hockey Live TV if you want to see coverage of the finals there from Den Bosch. And we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.